One of the biggest desires in my life is to be able to trust God more, to have that peace inside, just resting in Him, knowing He's got my back, knowing He loves me, He cares for me, He's taking care of me, and to be able to rest in that and experience joy in my life. And many of the women that I work with have that same desire. But when you don't have that, when you realize, oh my goodness, I am not trusting God in my life, what comes to your mind as the reason why that's not happening? Well, my guess is something's going to come to your mind that is actually not the real reason. And so today I want to share with you the number one reason why you do not trust God and give you an idea of what needs to change in order for you to be able to grow spiritually. If you are new here, I want to welcome you and I hope that you will tell me a little bit about yourself. If you are returning, be sure to say hi and let me know your thoughts on this topic. If you don't know me, my name is Tanya Cordenbrock. I am an online emotions coach. I've spent years as a licensed professional clinical counselor, but right now I am helping women online who have had significant hurts in their past to learn the method and what is needed to change what goes on inside themselves and how they respond to emotional upsets, to be able to love themselves, to feel loved by others, and to feel closer to God. I hope that you will stay tuned till the end because I'm going to tell you about a free resource that I've designed for you to help you in your spiritual growth. Now, when you notice that you're feeling really anxious, you're worrying, perhaps you're even becoming depressed, and you realize, oh my goodness, I so need to trust God right now. I need to just quit thinking the way I'm thinking and trust Him. Well, this is the way that we tend to try to work through that to get to the place where we're trusting God more, is to force ourselves to quit being the way we are and instead be different. As though we can just use the phrase, just do it and that will work, that it will automatically work, that somehow we will automatically stop worrying, we will stop being anxious, we will stop being depressed, and all of who we are will just just rest in the Lord and knowing that He's got us and that He's taking care of things. But as you are probably finding out, hopefully you are, maybe since I mentioned it, you will notice it, that does not work. And here is why it doesn't work. Our ability to trust other people, and that also goes for our ability to trust God, is a learned behavior. And it is learned early, early, early in our lives, even before the age of 4. So that when you are born, when you're an infant and you are crying, you're helpless, you're crying out, you need help, you need people to come to you and to show you that they are there for you, that they can take care of you. You need them to be smiling at you, to be happy that you are in their lives and showing you that you are an incredible person, that even though you can't take care of yourself, that they love you so, so much. Now, what that does is it actually shapes your brain and creates neural pathways in which you have this deep understanding of that I am important, I am valuable, people care about me, people can be there for me. Now, what happens when they aren't there for you for some reason? Can be various reasons. Perhaps there was something that went on with you, that you had health problems or whatever, that made you a high needs infant, and perhaps you were separated from your parents, or they struggled to care for your needs. Or maybe there was something going on with your parents, that they were in crisis, or perhaps they had addictions or were narcissistic, weren't emotionally mature enough to care for you. That also shaped your brain, and it shaped your beliefs about yourself and about others. And now, as you are older, that comes into play also with your beliefs about God. So instead of just telling yourself, quit feeling the way you're feeling, quit thinking all the thoughts that you're thinking, instead, and just trust, but instead what you need to do is change those neurons within your brain. The way in which you do that is you change your response pattern, what I call your response pattern. This is what we work on all the time. We really drill into this in my private online community, to change how you respond to emotional hurts and to situations that have ambiguity to them, where you're not sure of what the answer is going to be or when that answer is going to come. So, how you respond to these hurts and to these ambiguous situations, that is your response pattern. That stems from those early years in your life where you learned whether people could be there for you or not. Because if they couldn't be there for you, then you didn't consciously reason this, but these beliefs develop that you have to make things happen yourself, that you have to obtain safety for yourself. You have to obtain what it is that you need all by yourself. And so this has to be unlearned. It has to be reshaped in your behaviors. And as you pay attention to what's going on inside of you and reshape these response patterns, it actually changes these neural pathways within your brain, so that when you are in situations where you need to rely on the Lord and you need to trust Him, you want to be able to have that peace, then it's going to come more naturally. It's just going to be there within you because it's a part of who you are. It's how you have now been shaped. Now, certainly, meditating on scripture can help with that, but that's not all that's needed. There is a whole process that you need to go through in examining these response patterns and changing them. But and this, as I said, that's what we work on in my private online community. But for you today, I do want to give you a free resource that's really going to help you with this and to become conscious of what your response pattern is like, and using scripture to help you with this. So you can focus on the scripture, you meditate on it, and then I guide you in this email series to learn how to use that to change your response pattern. Let me know where you feel like you are and your ability to trust God. Are you in that place where you want to be able to trust him. It's kind of like you know it up here, but down in here, there's a part of you that's just like, he's not going to be there for me. He might take care of other people, but he's not going to take care of me. And let me know if that sounds like you. Thank you for joining me today. Bye.